How did the Vivekananda Memorial come about in Kanyakumari? There's a big story behind it. It started in 1962 when the birth centenary of Swami Vivekananda was being celebrated. I have a small slide deck and I'd like you to follow that as I go through this story. Very compelling. Even in 1962, you can understand how hard it was to convince the Congress government to do anything Hindu for the Hindu community. So we all know the controversy that erupted when Narendra Modi went to meditate there for 40 plus hours. So how did this Vivekananda Rock Memorial come about? In 1962, on the occasion of Swami Vivekananda's birth centenary, a group of people formed the Kanyakumari committee whose objective was to put up a memorial on the rock and a pedestrian bridge leading to the rock. He had reached Kanyakumari, that is Swami Vivekananda, had reached Kanyakumari on December 24, 1892, and dozens of books testify to his swimming to this rock and then meditating there. There was also a plan to build a small memorial on this rock. Around the same time, the Ramakrishna Mission Ashram of Madras also planned a similar memorial. Those days it was called Madras, you remember that? Actually, I don't know why they had to change it to Chennai. The original name was Madras Pattanam before the British came. Strange. Struggle and truth. There were a large number of Catholic fishermen living in the area during the Nehru era of 1962. A large cross was made and placed on the rock, and it became known as St. Xavier's Rock. So any of you thinking that this forced conversion or trying to put churches and crosses illegally and then claim ownership backwards, all this has been happening for a long time. It is only now because of social media that these are all coming out. Before, they would carefully manage all these things. Hindus started protesting against it, and a judicial inquiry was ordered by the state government, also of the Congress party. Those days, I think it was 𝗣𝗽𝗏𝗍𝗃 who was the chief minister. According to the judicial inquiry report, this is Vivekananda Rock, so placing a cross there was illegal. Well, what happened after that was very interesting. Amid uproar, one night, Francis Xavier ran away, meaning that the cross suddenly disappeared. As tensions escalated, the then CM declared Vivekananda Rock a restricted area, deploying armed soldiers around it. The state shifted the matter to the central government. You know who was the prime minister in 1962? Jawaharlal Nehru. Well, it gets very interesting. Now, Eknath Ranade starts getting involved in this. Why? I'll tell you in a minute. The Minister of Culture at the center, his name was Humayun Kabir, who, loyal to his community, delayed the resolution. See, this is the other thing. When they can't find any excuse, they'll try to delay it. Eknath Ranade, who became the head of the Vivekananda Memorial Rock Mission, strategically spread the news in his constituency. Then it was Calcutta, that is for Humayun Kabir, that Netaji, that is Humayun, was obstructing the construction of a memorial for Bengal's most famous son. Faced with widespread opposition in Bengal, Humayun Kabir eventually relented. However, evil-minded Humayun now argued that constructing a Vivekananda rock would mar its natural beauty, proposing instead to install a stone tablet in the name of the memorial. When it comes to building mosques and churches, no ecological destruction would take place. There will be no problem because there will be no problem of climate change because of a strategically placed mosque in the middle of a road. All that is all fine. This is what I hate about India and its secularism. By 17th of January 1963, only one stone slab had been installed. So you can see the people of Kanyakumari were very persistent. They knew that there has to be some permanence here, otherwise the other side will walk back perhaps the cross. Eknath Ranade remained in touch with Lal Bahadur Shastri ji, both leaders recognizing that without Nehru's approval, progress would stall. We are still in 63. Ranade spent 3 days in Delhi, collecting signatures from MPs in support of Vivekananda Memorial Rock, and eventually secured the support of 323 members of parliament. The Congress government then eased its stance. Even after this, 𝗣𝗏𝗏 insisted on a memorial measuring just 15 by 15 feet. Eknath sought the counsel of Jagadguru Sri Chandrasekhara Saraswati Mahaswamigal, the 68th Shankaracharya of Kanyakumari. The Shankaracharya proposed a more fitting memorial. It would measure 130 feet 1.5 inches by 56 feet. I would say approximately 2:1. It's not exact, but more or less. Eknath Ranade then needed to raise funds for it. How do you raise funds for a rock memorial? Well, he did what has been done in the case of Ram Mandir. He invited Hindus worldwide to contribute 1 rupee each. On January 7, 1972, Swami Vivekananda's 108th birth anniversary, according to the Hindu calendar, the establishment of Vivekananda Kendra was announced, marked by the hoisting of a saffron flag with Om written on it. Thus came the Vivekananda Rock Memorial. So now what we have to see is what other things they are going to be dreaming up. That's why I would hope that you've seen this new bluff game that Congress started about 1 lakh per year, and they even gave guarantee cards which has actually an official looking form where you have to fill in name details. I'll be very curious what Mr. Rahul Gandhi has to say about it. Let's hope that some of the members of the press do start asking him these questions, because the women sure are pissed. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to click on the bell button for notifications. Namaskar.